Welcome back. We have made it to day 3 of the Plan to Prosper video series. So we've talked all about organization, procedures, and today is the last part of the O.P.S strategies, which is systems. I'm so excited to share my tips and tricks with you on how I got my life back and work my contract hours and leave at the end of the day without feeling overwhelmed with a to-do list. A lot of it is about our mindset, but I will give you the most advice that I can when it comes to planning out our days and using every moment of our contract hours. Okay, so if you're ready, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I would like to welcome you back to our Plan to Prosper video series. We have done day 1, cultivate your classroom confidence. Your confidence in classroom organization. If you missed that video, go ahead and go back and check it out. You won't regret it. And also day 2 was all about our often missed procedures that will change your teacher life. That one involves a quick win on how we can fix things over the summer vacation or over your break so that way you're ready to start the school year off like a rock star. Today is all about our systems and how we can create time and energy. So let's go ahead and talk about our free live webinar that is tomorrow. Make sure you've signed up. Our seats are limited. It's all about cultivating back-to-school success with O.P.S, organization, procedures, and systems. So make sure you save your seat for that live webinar. If you can't miss it, if you will miss it, go ahead and sign up anyway so you can receive that replay in your inbox. Remember, if you've been sending me the secret word every day, you want to make sure you're there to see if you won the Amazon gift card. You can sign up at bit.ly/ChristieDayrushWebinar1. So let's go ahead and get started. You are in the right place. If you are tired of bringing homework every day, that is just, it's too much. For a point in time, we worked from our home, right? We're tired of bringing homework to our home every day. Also, you're in the right place if you're not knowing where to begin when you actually get a prep period to yourself. So you have an hour off on your planning time and you don't even know where to begin because your to-do list is that long. You have nowhere to begin. If that's you, you're in the right place. You're also in the right place if you don't feel prepared for your meetings. You always feel like your stuff is everywhere and you don't know exactly what you need, what to bring, or where to find it. You're also in the right place if you're struggling to stay on top of data documentation. I can help you with all of these things, and I consider myself kind of a professional when it comes to creating systems that work so in my classroom so I can work my contract hours. So remember, if you watch all 3 videos, you will find the secret word at the end of every video, and if you DM me on Instagram those words, you will be in the drawing to win a $25 Amazon gift card. So make sure you send me all 3 words at the end of the video series so that way you can win that gift card. And it will be given away live at our webinar tomorrow. So make sure you have signed up for the webinar and that you're seeing that you've won. So real quickly, if this is your first time watching one of my videos in this free video series, I am Christy from Christy Dayrush Digitals. I am a 5th grade math teacher in South Louisiana. So I am still in the classroom. I am a mom to a 3.5-year-old little boy, and I'm a wife to my high school sweetheart who is also my biggest fan. I am a teacher author on Teachers Pay Teachers, Etsy. I also sell on my own website. I'm all about creating things that help make teachers' lives easier because I know that they create so many awesome math lessons on Teachers Pay Teachers, and they make my life easier. So I want to share my niche and what makes my life easier and how I can help other ones. I am digital planning obsessed. I love the ease of a digital planner and having all of my things in my fingertips. So I create digital planners to help make other teachers organized. And I consider myself an organization and productivity pro. My house is pretty orderly. I wouldn't say clean all the time. It's very orderly. And everything has a system and it has a place because I just function better that way. So I like to help people figure out exactly what it is that they need so they can become an organization and productivity professional to their standards. So if you haven't found me on Instagram yet, let's be sure to connect. You can find me at Christy Dayrush Digitals and at the same thing on Facebook. When you signed up for this video series, you did receive this free Instagram story template. So if you haven't filled that out and shared it to all of your friends so they can be a part of this free series, please do that. And I would love to learn a little bit about yourself if you can include some GIFs or some text to kind of tell me about yourself, and so we can learn about each other. So day 3, all about systems that create time and energy. Systems are what is going to help you keep your sanity, get your life back, work those contract hours. It is a lot about a mindset, so make sure you have an open mindset when you're thinking about your systems. You don't want to always be negative and down on yourself about how you're not getting enough done. If there's one thing I know is that you are doing enough. The fact that you've survived this school year, you are doing enough. The fact that you're going back for another school year, you are doing enough. And I appreciate you. Your students appreciate you. And as a mom of a child that will be entering the school system soon, I absolutely appreciate you. So let me guess. You often think to yourself, there's just not enough time during the day. Like I hear teachers saying it all the time, there's not enough time during the day. And you're correct, there isn't. There never will be. But it's all about creating our system so we can get as much done during the day that we can. You may often be thinking to yourself, I'm always completing tasks last minute, and that is stressful. My lesson plans are due on Thursday, and I'm hitting submit at 4:59 p.m., and they're due at 5 p.m. every Thursday. Yes, that is stressful. You may be thinking to yourself, documenting data has to be easier than what I'm doing. I'm documenting it, I'm doing what they asked me to do, but it's not simple. It's complex, it's taking up a lot of my time, and there's gotta be an easier system. You may also be thinking to yourself, I wanna leave work there and still have time and energy for my own kids and family. That is a big stressor. If you are a mom, if you are a partner, if you are a dog mom, you want your energy when you still get home. You don't wanna go home and crash. So you wanna make sure you're creating systems so that way your mental load cannot be maxed out by the time you get home. I know what that feels like, absolutely. And it's not something you want to feel. In the year 2019, my husband was diagnosed with lymphoma, and he was undergoing chemotherapy treatments in the middle of my school year. I was out often with his treatments and his surgeries, and I still had a job to do. I still had a child to raise. We were in the middle of building a home at the time, and there were things that I needed to get done. Life still went on, and we had to make sure. My husband was very much an advocate for, this is not going to stop our life. We are going to get through it, and we're going to move beyond it. I created so many systems so that way I could work at work and maximize every minute of time. So when I got home, I could be there for him, and I could be the mom to my 2-year-old at the time that he needed. And it's so important that you create these systems because you never get that time back. You never get your child to be little again. You never get those first years of your marriage. Or if you're not married, you never get those single years back. This is the time to create it and live the life you want. Our job does not have to completely control all of our hours. We have contract hours for a reason. So I can't wait to help you create systems so that way you can work smarter and save your time and energy for when you get off work and do things with the people you love. So what I want you to do, yet again, video 3, close your eyes. Think about your typical day, your typical week. Are there certain tasks that are done often? Certain things, I gotta do it every Thursday. I gotta submit lesson plans. How often are those things done? You can stop this video and write it down. Those tasks that are done often, how often? Now, I want you to think, is there a way that you could create these tasks and complete these tasks and batch them together? Is there a routine that you can do? I want you to write that down. Is there certain tasks you could batch together? I can do this and this at the same time. That's easy to do it together. I want you to write those down. You can pause this video if you need to. Think about those certain tasks that are done often, like all the time, over and over again during the school year. And how could I batch these tasks to make it easier? Create a routine for myself, a system for myself. Now, systems, the productivity goes beyond having a faithful to-do list. Like, we all got to-do lists. We got them on sticky notes. We got them on a notepad. We got them on our phone. We got them in our planner. They're everywhere. To-do lists are great. I'm absolutely a list person. My mother-in-law is absolutely a list person, and it works. But it goes beyond just having that list. It's how you utilize your time to check those things off of your list. So it's understanding the pillars of productivity needed. Are there certain things that I can batch together and get done together because they're similar activities, involve similar things, involve similar attention spans? Those things working together will help you create a system. If you're doing your test at the same time as you're doing maybe a lesson plan or a review, that kind of thing, it all involves the same amount of like focus and brain space, so you can do those things together. Don't create your test and make your newsletter and a new seating chart all one planning period if it doesn't really flow together. If it flows, your brain is already focused on it, you can work through it by creating this system. Mindset is extremely important. Extremely important. I can tell you my mindset was not the same as it is now prior to 2019. It just was not. And I'm not saying your mindset will be my mindset. And that's why we talk about the Enneagram in the first video series. Understand your personality goes a long way when you're trying to create systems that work for you and maybe your household. So having your mindset is extremely important. Knowing that the things I got done today was enough. My students will still learn tomorrow. I will still be a great teacher tomorrow. And my to-do list is still there, but I've done what I needed to do to go and enjoy my day and not stay late. Because if you've been staying late all school year, you've noticed the list is still there. Whatever's not done at the end of the day is just not done. It doesn't mean it never gets done. That just means we do what we need to do during our contract hours to save our energy. Having the right tools in place will make all of the difference. Learning how to batch our tasks together and how to plan out our days so that we are using all of our time during contract hours is absolutely important. So now that you've written down your typical day or week, let's talk about what you wrote down. Let's talk about how we can batch these things together, how we can plan out our day or our week to make sure we are using systems. So let's look at the daily planning page that you received with this video series. Looks something like this. And I include these planning pages and different layouts in all of my digital planners because I find it's important whenever you're feeling overwhelmed to make sure you have a plan. So are there events you can batch together? So I know when I'm creating a new set of lessons for math, I know I'm going to need lesson plans. I know I'm going to need my Google Slides to teach from, right? I know I'm going to need an assessment. I know I usually do an assessment review, and I need a lesson objective for each day posted. And then I need to annotate inside my math manual what I'm going to do. Now, I'm not doing all of these at the same time, but whenever I'm planning my Google Slides, I also do my I can statements. I print those out because they go hand in hand. I talk about my I can statement every day before my lesson. So usually I'm batching those together, creating my lesson slides and printing out my I can statements at the same time. So that way I'm not in between annotating, then going back and forth. Those things go hand in hand. At the beginning of every week, I create a newsletter and I print out my conduct chart and I set up my daily assignments in Google Classroom. Those things go together. And it's easier when your brain is already focused on one thing, how to do it. So this planning sheet will help you. What is your morning and afternoon routine like? I go to school 30 minutes early every day so I don't have to stay late. Some of you may be the opposite, and that's fine. But being aware of your solid morning and afternoon routine will absolutely help you. So on this, you can create a schedule. If there's an IEP meeting during the day, if you have morning duty or lunch duty, you can absolutely list that. But let's not forget about listing things that we're grateful for. Starting off with things you're grateful for is my favorite thing to do because it helps your mindset. Sometimes it's as simple as I am grateful for sunshine. It is a very gloomy day again here in South Louisiana, but I am thankful for sunshine. I'm thankful for my son's smile. You know, it could be anything. It does not have to be something deep every day. Finding that gratefulness will absolutely set the tone, shift your mindset for the day. So create your routine. Are there certain things you do every day, certain things you do every week? So maybe this might be something you copy newsletter every Monday. So that might be something you put here all the time when you're planning out your days. So what I challenge you to do is to print out 5 days worth of this page and plan out your week. Your typical week. If you're at home on summer vacation, think about the things you do often. How could I plan out my week? Should I do newsletters on Mondays? Should I do test folders on Tuesdays? What could your typical week be so you're not doing everything on the same day? Now, let's talk about what I do. I plan the next lessons on my test days. So I know what you're saying. You're going to be you're testing and then you're teaching the next day. No, I get one ahead. So as I'm testing, as my students are testing, I usually sit in the middle of the classroom, in the middle of all of them, and I work on my lessons for the next day. So I'm usually writing in my textbook, my manual, and setting up everything else. Now, I turn in my lesson plans ahead of time, but our annotating in our book is that's due whenever you're teaching it, right? Because you want to be as fresh as possible. So that's what I do. I know on test day, I'm going to have time to do it. I do realize if you're a younger grade, you may have to read the test to them, and it's just different. So test days may not be your thing. Maybe your day is test days in the morning or test days on your planning period. It's all about finding what parts of your day work for you. During lunch and recess, I grade papers. It does not take me long to eat. Usually I bring a salad or a sandwich. So we eat in the classroom this year. So after I'm done eating, I'm usually grading test papers super quickly while they're eating, jumping their plates, going to the restroom. A lot of times we have indoor recess, so I'm grading papers then because I know that's the time I have to myself because they're occupied playing games or watching an educational video or eating their lunch. So that's when I grade papers. On Fridays, I create and copy my newsletters. So I don't wait till Monday morning because that's Sunday scaries. Yeah. No, I don't want that. So usually on Fridays, my newsletter is created and posted and copied for the next week, and it's ready to go. I don't want to think about it on Monday. God forbid I miss Monday, it's ready to go. On Mondays, I print my conduct charts and I prep my test folders. Test folders go home on Tuesdays. So I'm not prepping them on Tuesdays. I want them done on Mondays. So this is just a system that I've created that's helped me get my time back. I know that if I can work on it Monday during my planning, whenever it is Monday during planning, I'm going to get those test folders done because that's my schedule. So I'm not sitting there going, okay, should I work on my next assessments? Should I copy my newsletter? No, because I'm doing that on test day because that's my plan. So once you create that system and that plan, you will be ready to go. I am constantly referring to my ongoing to-do list in my planner. I have a digital planner that syncs to my phone, to my iPad, to my computer because it's all through GoodNotes. And you could do the same thing using Google Slides. So I can pull up my to-do list on my phone at any point. It makes it a lot easier, especially when you're out and you don't plan on it. So whether you're paper planner versus digital planner, we all know I'm team digital, and I'm not here to convince you to go digital unless you want. I got videos for that. But paper planners are just as great. They do exactly what you need. Either way, pick a method and customize it to fit your needs. Whatever fits for you is what you need to focus on and work with, okay? This is the foundation to your systems being effective. You want to make sure you have in your planner everything you need so when you go to that meeting, you're ready to go. Before I was team digital, I had a paper planner, and it was about this thick because I kept everything in there because I was not going into that meeting not having what I needed. And I worked at a school that had meetings very often, and I'm talking almost every day of the week I was meeting with someone. So I wanted to have everything I needed to get in that meeting, get it done, and get out. So I made sure I had everything inside my planner. Whether you choose digital or paper, just make sure you have everything you want at your fingertips. So let's not forget, you don't have to do it all yourself. If you're stuck, if you need help, reach out to me on Instagram and I will help you as much as possible. And don't forget about our live webinar tomorrow that may also help you as well and be exactly what you need to figure out your systems. So tomorrow in our live webinar, we will talk about cultivating back to school success with O.P.S, organization, procedures, and systems. So don't forget to sign up if you have not signed up yet. Make sure you signed up because seats are limited, and I can't wait to see you guys there. And don't forget that if you miss the live webinar and you've signed up, you will still receive the replay in your inbox. So we have done day 1, cultivate your confidence in classroom organization, often missed procedures that will change your teacher life, and we've just created systems that create time and energy. Now today's secret word is, that's not right, I'm human. Now today's secret word is prosper, because at the end of this video series, I hope that you have everything you need to prosper this school year and get ready. So make sure you DM me on Instagram those 3 words so you can be in the running to win a $25 Amazon gift card. I can't wait to see you at the live webinar. Have a great day.